This is the book of Job, chapter 18, verse 11. Terrors shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And I got some spicy news that I came across, all right, which reminded me of Job chapter 18, verse 11. Because, hey, this Trump administration, as well as the U.S. military, okay, they are very concerned about the spies and special, as I like to call them, all right, special ops, okay, we're talking about the special ops coming from China, Russia, Iran, Cuba, okay, like equivalent to like your Delta Force and your Navy SEALs, okay. China has their Delta Force, Russia has their Navy SEAL, Iran has their special ops military personnel, okay? And America knows this. And this is why boots are coming to the ground in Venezuela. It's coming. It's coming. You're about to see Iraq 2.0 and, of course, Vietnam 2.0 on a whole other level. So let's get it in. Terrorists, man. Yeah, terrorists, okay, on every side. The Trump administration is pressing Venezuela's interim government to dismiss all suspected spies and other intelligence agents from China, Russia, Cuba, and Iran from the South American country. Yeah, because, they've been there for a hot minute. And now, Trump's going in there on some Christopher Columbus shit, and Russia, China, Cuba, Iran, they have interests in that country. It's getting spicy. The Lord is a man of war. This is what we're looking forward to. The big picture, the move, which does not apply to regular diplomatic person. Right, this ain't no diplomatic China, Russian, Cuban, Iran. Again, special operations, okay, military personnel, equivalent to your Navy SEAL, to your Delta Force. Okay, China, Russia, Cuba, and Iran have that. Okay, marks the administration's latest effort to force the oil-rich nation to meet U.S. demands following last week's raid that captured Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro. President Trump has warned that non-compliance by Venezuela's interim leader, Delcy Rodriguez, could trigger a second military operation in the country. Right, and it's coming. Okay, it is coming. All right. Hey, it's about to get a whole lot spicier. Trump said Tuesday Venezuelan interim authorities will be turning over between 30 and 50 million barrels of oil to the U.S. Right, I just did a lesson just recently, okay, a couple of minutes ago, that they need this oil because they know that they're going to have to go to war with Iran, okay, and it's coming, all right, any day now. Yep, so that's it. So, hey, all right, the scriptures are on point, man. What Donald Trump did in the American military, aka the pirates, okay, moving as the Pirates of the Caribbean, all right, they're putting themselves in a quagmire, and that's why the scripture is on point, where it says in Job 18, verse 11, terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. Right, okay, because again, Russia, China, Iran, Cuba, and North Korea, all right, they have interest in that country, and they best believe they have their spies and their military agents, okay, who are also spies, all right, they're one and the same, all up in there. All right, let's look at Venezuela as a country, okay. Venezuela map. And we should know why China and Russia, okay, especially China and Russia, are there. The minerals, okay, they're minerals. So look, this is a big country, okay? This is a big country, all right? Just like Vietnam was a very large country, all right? So again, this ain't just a walking apart. Look, Caracas is just here. So yeah, so America may have a foothold right here, all right? But rare earth minerals are everywhere, especially the ones that they need, okay? And of course the oil, okay? So and let's get a that's why all right you cannot ignore history. All right. Who helped the North Vietnam? Let's go back. I did this before. Repetition, repetition, the art of remembrance. Because you got a lot of proud ass Americans, all right, and a lot of dumbass Jake that really think that America got it. No, okay. You seeing all this shit on social media, all the fucking you know, these memes and these AIs. You know, they got one where they have an AI of Donald Trump, and it went viral. It's got over 1 million views. And the voice is Takashi 69 when he was being interviewed by Vlad TV, you know, and there's a in that interview, which again, they took the voice of what Takashi 69 said in that interview and just put an AI, what's it called, an avatar of Trump, and in that interview, you know, Takashi 69 is saying that he stole someone's beat, you know, some stupid rap artist, some fucking goony, that rap is dead. This shit is garbage. Throw it in the trash. Jake is not creative anymore. The trash. The rap scene is dying. You know, hip hop is dead. You know, Nas was right about that. But hip hop, rap, you know, they're all fucking one and the same. Anyway, the point is, there's a scene where Takashi 69 says, "I stole that shit. I took that shit. What are you gonna do with that? I stole that shit." And so that is the avatar of they have now with Donald Trump. Okay, all right, and they also use that avatar as Christopher Columbus. So here it is. America is on the Christopher Columbus shit, and Russia, China, Iran. Okay, they're not budging. They're not going to budge. And again, let's go back to Vietnam. This is the point. Okay, who funded and assisted North Vietnam War? Okay, North Vietnam was heavily funded and assisted by Soviet Union, China, and other communist allies like North Korea, who provided mass amounts of military hardware, tanks, aircraft, anti-craft missiles, weapons, and economic aid, oil, food, machinery, along with advisors. And that's what you have right there, advisors and technical support, making the conflict a major proxy war of the Cold War. Right, this is going to be a proxy war for America, okay, in America's backyard, okay. So yeah, this is what's going to go down. This is spicy, all right. This is spicy. You think China, Russia, and Iran and Cuba just gonna leave? You think they gonna fucking leave? Nah, man. They got interests in there. Okay, all right. There's a lot of Venezuela. See, there's a reason why the Lord made sure Venezuela would be so rich in resources, because the Lord is the master chess player. Okay, he's the I gotta bring it out again. He is a man of war. Okay. Repetition, bringing these scriptures out again. Exodus chapter 15, verse 3. The Lord Yahweh is a man of war. The Lord is his name, right? Okay, this is the major. All right, he made sure Venezuela would be so rich in resources. All right, so that it will bring the demise to these Edomites. All right, to their empire, because there's going to be a fight over it. Okay, you think China, Russia, Iran, okay, Cuba, all right, especially China, Russia, Iran, more specifically China, Russia, are going to give it up, just walk away after all the dealings and all the contracts and all the effort they put in there? Nah, okay. And America knows this. That's why there's going to be boots on the ground. Get ready. And again, let's go back to the map. Okay, America has here, whoopity doo. Okay, but there's resources all throughout this, especially okay, right here. The resources right here. Okay, so it's gonna be Vietnam. Vietnam like conditions. Get ready. Draft is coming. Okay. 12. His strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. Okay. I want to see what this says in the NLT version. Hunger depletes their strength, and calamity waits to them to stumble. Right, because what are they hungry for? The resource minerals, and China and Russia know this. They're low on tantalum. They know that they're going to go to war with Iran, which Russia and China will back Iran. And they know that America is going to need another oil supply. So Venezuela, right? All right. So there you go. America's hungry, and America needs this stuff to fund their machine, their war machine, the U.S. military. Okay, we're here. This is why when the scriptures say count the cost, man, let me get that. Count the cost, man. Like all y'all that fell out the truth, all y'all that bucked up against what the apostle elders were bringing out. Okay, when it comes to the scriptures, the truth of the scriptures, y'all bucking up against it. All right, y'all didn't count the cost, man. Okay, hold on. Let me bring this out. Lessons within lessons. Where in the Bible does it say count the cost? Luke 14 and 28. There we go. Luke. That's right. An Israelite who wrote this. Okay. There we go. Luke 14 and 18. Right? Is that it? Did I get the right one? Luke 20. I'm sorry. Where did I get 14? It's getting late. All right. And I got to go to bed. So I get up early in the morning again and go play, Clark Kent. Because, because this place is this fucking hell, this plantation. Anyway, Slakia for going on a tangent. All right, or a rant. Luke chapter 14, verse 28. For which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it? Right, and you got a lot of these individuals that didn't count the cost, man. All right, and they fell out, or they're changing the doctrine. Okay, and hey, you're going to be destroyed because these wars are going to affect everyone. Okay, so you clowns, thought that, not in my lifetime, 20, 30 years, 1,000 years, heathens can make it. Oh, I can just take my hand off the plow and, go back into the world and make something of myself in Babylon the Great, which the Lord said he's going to destroy, which the Lord said that her sins have reached the heavens. Y'all didn't count the cost. So y'all, you got to pay the piper and get ready. This is going to be major. This is getting so spicy. I fucks with the war, scenery. This is what I do. I love this shit, man. I fucks with this. I'm all into this, I'm into the war shit, all right? Because this makes motherfuckers, humble down. Real talk. When the bullets fly and the bombs drop, you will humble down, Facts. 29, lest happily after he have laid the foundation is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him. 30, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish it. Right, because you didn't count the cost, man. Fell out the truth, changed up the doctrine, didn't know what you got yourself into, thought it was just, all right, just a hangout, just a hangout, get some food, okay? Listen to music, say Kwam Yasharala, Kwam Yasharala. It's okay, okay, all right. It's about to get real spicy, man. Okay, get ready for blackouts, get ready for cyber attacks. That's another thing, okay? And get ready for more rights to be taken away. So let's continue on, because America is playing defense mode now. Okay, this is America's literally isolating themselves, and then they're showing their ass, and they're revealing their plans. Like, it's evident why America is moving the way it's moving. All right, they're low on particular resources for their war machine, which is the military. Okay, and they know they got to go to war with Iran, and they know they're gonna get a black eye, and they're trying, okay, their best to appease them JJs, because them JJs, okay, have all these politicians, all these CEO, what's it called? Corporate CEOs blackmailed, okay? Blackmailed. All right, let me get that scripture. Let's go on with the spirit. Jeremiah 40:49. It's getting spicy, man. And 20. Because the least of the flock shall draw them out. Facts. Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh that have taken against Edom, right? All Edomites, all you so-called white people, okay? Especially here in America, Babylon the Great. You will go into this war whether you like it or not, and your children will get drafted whether you like it or not, okay? And we're all for the wars, all right? I'm for these wars. I'm with it. And his purposes that he had proposed against the inhabitants of Timon. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Who's the least of the flock? The JJs of 1948, the small hats, who blackmailed your politicians, your corporate CEOs, your military, okay, officers, okay? They got them on camera doing weirdo shit with little children or with animals or doing all types of left-hand sacrificial, okay, weirdo shit. And now they don't want it to be put onto the public, so they got to follow what the JJs want. And the JJs want war with Iran. It's just facts. It's facts. And America is going to be with it. Okay? Facts. And it's all part of the demise of America. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Right. And when you go to the word least, it's very spiritual. Okay? And we are Great Millstone to the Spirit Part Yah Bashim Shai. All right? We look at things spiritually. Okay? Because, hey, the Lord is showing us that we got the truth. Okay, all right. All right. When we read these scriptures, all right, Yahweh Bashim Shai provides us a comforter, the Rakah Kodash, the Spirit Holy. All right, to confirm we got the truth by reading and understanding it. All right. Now this is the Hebrew word for least. All right. Let's go. Let's get some Hebrew out of this. All right. This is a taza. So this is a taza, right? Taza. This is an I. So taza I yar. Taza I yar. Okay. Taza I yar. All right. Because I know this is an I right here. And this is a ya. And this is a ra. So taza I yar. Okay, I'm pretty sure brothers can pronounce it way better than me, okay, who are more fluent in the Hebrew. Little, insignificant, young, right? But right here, 1948. And that's when the JJs were established as a nation. It's very spiritual, okay? The least of the flocks, all right? The insignificant JJs, okay? The last Edomite state to be put on the map, all right? It's going to drag you Edomites as a whole, especially you American Edomites, into World War III, and you're going to lose a lot of men. Okay, the scriptures talk about how I didn't think I was gonna go into this, but we gotta bring it out. Bring it out. Revelation, I believe it's in 16. Bear with me one moment. All right. Is it Revelation 16? Nope, Revelation 12. All right, bear with me one moment. I'm just going with the Spirit. No, not Revelation 12. Salakia. Revelation 9. 9, that's where it's at. This is what I want. This is it right here, right here. Revelation 9 and 13. And the 6 angel sounded, I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar, which is before God. 14, saying to the sixth angel which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. Right, the angels are under the commandment of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to stir up the pot in the Middle East. And they have. This is the reason why America is moving the way they're moving. They need the resources because they know they got to fight a big war in the Levant against them Iranians, which Russia, China, North Korea, okay, is going to back. Facts. It's good. It's going to be spicy. But here, and you're going to see a heavy depopulation of American Edomite soldiers. All right, and get ready for a draft. 15. And the four angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for to slay the third part of men. Right. Okay, that's Edomites. Okay, third part of men. All right. I want to see if they have the precept for, yeah, Revelation 8 and 7. Yep, which this is talk about America ultimately being destroyed. Okay. Because when you go into Revelation 8, yep, Revelation 8 and 7. This is the first angel sounded, there followed hail, and well, I'll read 6. And the seven angels which have the seven trumpets prepare themselves to sound. 7. The first angel sounded, and there followed hail and fire mingled with blood, and there was cast upon the earth, and the third part of trees, which trees represent men, was burnt up, and all green grass was burnt up. Right, because ultimately this all leads to what? Okay, nuclear war. 8. The second angel sounded, and it were a great mountain burning with fire was cast into the sea, and the third part of the sea became blood. Right, this is talking about America, Babylon the Great, because in the cross reference, that great mountain, Jeremiah 51 and 25, behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord Yahweh, which destroyeth all the earth. Right, is not America being revealed as the one destroying all the earth, causing all the chaos throughout the earth? It's facts now. America, the American military are the pirates of the world, or the mercenaries of the world. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks and will make thee a burnt mountain. Right. This is a future prophecy. That didn't happen in ancient Babylon. This is talking about the nuclear destruction. Okay. So yeah, I wanted to bring that out just to clarify. Because that Revelation 9, all right, says third part of men. Okay, also known as third part of trees. Okay, and this is mainly to you Americans. Okay, you're gonna be cooked. All right, because this is leading up to your destruction. 16. And the number of army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard a number of them. Right, this is ultimately the nuclear destruction that's coming to America. All right, so everything's leading up to America being destroyed by nuclear fire. 200 million nuclear warheads are coming to this place. And they got them. They're already been tested. That's why you're seeing a whole bunch of earthquakes increasing, because they're testing these nukes on the ground. Okay? And because it's going down. It's going down. But yeah. So, hey, I didn't think I was going to go in this direction, but that's the spirit, you know? Hey, the spirit moves the way the spirit moves. So this is why you got to count the cost, man. And you have to understand, okay, why you came into this truth. You came into this truth to be delivered from the coming destruction. You came into this truth to be, all right, protected when all hell breaks loose. Okay? You didn't come to this truth because, okay, you now know more than the average person. That's great. Okay? But ultimately, you came to this truth, all right, to be delivered. All right? That's why we came to this truth, because we want to be saved. All right? Right? What is it? Psalm 91 and 3. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. Right? Let's talk about the destruction. All right? 4. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shall thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Right? The truth of the scriptures. Okay? And if you got this truth, you're supposed to be, all right, flipping your talents. You're not supposed to go back into the world. This world is a piece of shit. Clearly, these people are protecting pedophiles. Epstein file. Look again. No Epstein names. Where are the client lists? Where are the client lists? When I say Epstein names, I'm talking about the client list. And the thing is, that alone should motivate you. Like, nah, I don't want any part to do with this place. Okay? Because you're going to go down with pedos, man. All right? But yeah, 5, thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day. Right, talking about the nuclear missiles. 6, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. Again, the destruction, nuclear destruction. 7, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Exactly. You have to have confidence in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man, and that means you need to show that you truly believe. Okay. And the Lord will build up your confidence. All right. But at the end of the day, you can't make yourself the elect. You have to be chosen. And that's comforting in itself. Just be glad the Lord chose you to get this truth and to push it out. If you're still pushing it out. At the end of the day, okay, we hope to be part of that number. And that's where faith comes in. All right. But at the end of the day, we don't know if we're there. And that's what keeps us humble and keeps us going. Okay? It doesn't make you overconfident, over cocky. You got a lot of individuals that think they got it. Like they're saved. For what? We still going right tonight. All right? I'm a little past my bedtime. Tomorrow we got, I got to go to sleep so I can get up and go to work. Things are still functioning. When there's no working, no more going to work, and there's chaos in wherever you live at, are you still going to have confidence in the Lord? Are you still going to consider the counting the cost? So, and war changes a lot of things. All right, so it's getting spicy, man. War will make people break. All right. That's why you got to stay true, in this thing of ours, all right? And don't be moving in a disingenuous manner, okay? Look up the word disingenuous, okay? Look it up. So with that, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four quarters of the earth, risking their life for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep it there. Keep the faith. Keep pushing. Keep fighting. Keep studying. Pray without ceasing. Pray for each other. Pray for the apostles, elders. We're almost out of here. To the futures that are watching, keep studying. We pray, cover, shalom.